All right, all right, all right. We are live. Hello, hello. One? Yeah. There was a little delay there. I was like, why isn't it starting? Okay. So yeah, we are good. We are good. Hello, everybody.
Awesome.
Hello, hello, hello. Just letting some folks filter in here.
Down there. I'm gonna go back there see if I can get them up here because there's a lot of people down there in trading BC.
Hello, hello, hello. We live. Yes, Jay Brown. We live indeed. Hello, everyone. Filtering in. I'll give everyone a sec to settle in. Get your popcorn. Grab yourself a beer. It's going to be a fun one. Hello, Magic Potato. How is your day
Been a
going?
very volatile day in the market
Oh,
today.
yeah. Got AMC as we speak, trying to break out of that 330 range. Actually, it's looking quite nice after it broke out of this little resistance it was in. Now it's just slowly pushing along with GameStop here. Get these chats a little organized. Yeah, I kind of want to pull up and get SPY.
Yeah, that 3080 to 31 spot right there is that would make a wonderful resistance turn support.
Absolutely. All right, hello everyone. So we are live with House Trading Floor. My name is Cat Moores. That was J Ruff just speaking there. We also have Chief DJ Mr. Boule in the house, of course, swinging his Tesla trades around. We have Mr. Landisette, our resident bear. And I do actually believe we may or may not see oh yeah, we do have a Mr. True Demon here with us as well. So this is already a fun day. What's going on, everybody?
Yo.
Hello.
Oh boy. So yeah, we're seeing some serious movement over here. AMC, GME obviously pretty much running hand in hand. We're actually right now trying to break out of another, or well, not the intraday high quite, because obviously we're a little ways off from that, but we're we're above where we opened at currently, and we looking to track back up to that 199 mark. Not too far off it seems. AMC
It's
pushing
trucking.
whew,
It looks
37.
like it's hanging out at that $30 level, just like I thought. That resistance is going to be tough.
Yeah, it's pushing through. Looks like actually it's trying to get some volume now to 3070. Ooh, looking pretty nice.
I will say this market is quite unbelievable. This push to 460 again, it's insane.
Yeah, I was pretty confident in taking that put with you yesterday. I was like, yeah, we had a run, man. You know, I had calls, I turned them into puts, and then it just was like, nope. I was like, all right, then. Guess we'll just keep on going.
Yeah, currently I have those 458s for April the 8th. Looking into the end of the week to see how those play out. I do still have my 453s April 6th. Again, just waiting on Thursday and Friday to see exactly how they play out as well.
Yeah, I have those 453s that I bought with you as well. But I mean, at this point, oh wow, AMC at 31.19.
We got some money coming in, Jack.
Ooh, GME at
Yes, sir.
194.76. Whoa, here we go. I wasn't lying. I told everyone it was gonna be an exciting power stream. My tweets don't lie. Oh man, SPY over 460. All right, we're getting moving now. Let's see what we're about to do.
I still don't trust the SPY. I don't trust it for a second.
Not at all. It looks very fishy, considering the state of the world right now.
So
Oof.
Get Smarter in our live stream chat asked, this market euphoria is justified. Is it justified? Are present conditions? Any thoughts on things coming down soon? Demon? Cat?
TD, I'll let you take the reins. Go right ahead.
So no, I don't think that it is justified. I'll tell you what, Kat, if you wanted to go ahead and share my
For sure.
share my screen. We were actually talking about this quite a bit in in our professionals meeting on Sunday, and a little bit again yesterday after the market bell. The I was analyzing the history of the SPY previously the when the market had been massively overbought during the 2008 crash. Let me switch these over to weeklies. So what makes me nervous about what we're seeing right now is that the same exact events with the same exact events that happened in 2008 and right now are showing a lot of parallels to each other. Like 2008 happened for very different reasons. There were very different catalysts, but there were the same net results. And what I mean by that is the whole reason for the housing crash in 2008 was because banks were over leveraged. One, because they didn't understand the devices that they were creating. Two, they were um, there's a special word for this, but it's kind of like it's kind of like a side bet. They kept repackaging a bunch of they kept repackaging debt securities and then taking bets on derivatives. So the derivative becomes leveraged on the original security. And when they repackage those derivatives in the form of taking them from tranches of MBS, mortgage-backed securities, and then repackaging them into consolidated debt obligations, which is a bundle of MBS, they multiplied the derivative by 10, 20, 30, 50 times. And they kept doing this over and over again in order to, quote, diversify the risk. But in reality, like none of those securities were any good. And what ended up happening was defaults went through the roof in 2006. And the default rates, that's what happened here in 2006 in May. The adjustable rate mortgages crushed everything and caused everybody to start defaulting. And the default rates went beyond 8%. So 8% of people were defaulting on their mortgages. And that was a huge problem. But the government came in, they issued a bailout for taxpayers and provided mortgage relief. And that gave people a break for a little while. And then everyone's like, okay, great, keep going. And then they kept doing the same thing that they had been doing. And it was entirely stupid, but they just proceeded as normal without questioning, like, maybe this isn't such a good idea. Like, maybe there's a reason why, like, maybe the fact that people are not able to pay their mortgages right now is a sign of some bad things happening. And, like, no, it just didn't compute for Wall Street. They just kept doing what they were doing. The same thing is happening right now for very different reasons. We had the COVID crash, which caused people who are already in default to get, um, well, basically, they had a stay of execution, is how I refer to it as, on going into default because the moratorium gave them room to just stop paying bills. And the thing is that unlike the situation in 2006 through 2008, the banks understand what's going on. They know this a little bit better, and they have a little bit more insight into the consequences of what happens when just people in mass stop paying their mortgages. So what has been happening since then is that rather than buying these MBS devices and investing in these derivatives, the banks are actually looking to acquire the properties themselves. Their behavior changed, and banks don't normally seek out to purchase property. But right now they can't because they have to go through a foreclosure process, and this takes many, many months. And that's what really kicked off everything was in 2007 in October, the default rates had risen beyond 15% and foreclosures started to kick in. and people started getting kicked out of their homes. And that's because it took it was like a 6 to 8 month process for a lot of states for these mortgages to go into default, for the foreclosure proceedings to go forward, and then for everybody to start getting evicted. The problem was that all of those devices, those MBS devices, were tied to the value of those homes. So when people started getting kicked out of their homes, it crushed the equity of the homes. It started hurting the economy overall. It devalued property in the United States. And thus, the MBS, the value of those, and the fact that people were not paying their mortgages, so the yields were failing wholesale across all of those markets, all of those translate into falling value for MBS. And then that's when the crash really started happening. And the housing crash actually happens like in October 2007. That's where the crash was really beginning to occur, and inflation was rising, the value of homes was dropping like a rock, and there was this fear and uncertainty in the market, but they still kept holding on until like finally in May 2008. Then the whole REIT market collapsed and everything started to fail, like consumables, commodities, uh, construction, electrical, raw materials, mining, oil and fuels, all of it started to lose value, and then just widespread panic in the market. And then the flash crash that happened in October 2008. So the housing crash actually preceded the entire market crash by almost a full year. And I think that it's happening again. And the reason why is because COVID led to a moratorium on all foreclosures, all mortgage payments. There was payment deferment and loan deferment, which has caused the banks to have to be settled. They just have to settle for the fact that they're not going to receive any payments from anybody. Landowners who hold apartments and things like that and single family homes, they're shit out of luck. And they haven't been able to charge anybody rent for months on end. So they're trying to get out of their homes, and they're trying to just get rid of it because they can't collect anything. So that's going to hurt the value of homes. You've got spring coming, which is going to create a surge of home sellers just because that's the home selling season in general. And we're now coming up on the 6-month mark from the time when the moratoriums ended last year. So now people will be able to start going into foreclosure, and the foreclosure proceedings can go forward. And now we're starting to see a surge of foreclosures occurring. And if you look at these charts and compare them side by side, it's a little bit scary how similar these look. I would actually get a little bit closer and see that this is the this was the scare in 2006 that led to a brief panic sell, and this was the COVID panic. And then this was the COVID. This was the mortgage recovery program, and then this was the COVID recovery program. And now we have a double top at the top of this chart. It looks literally identical. It's the same pattern. So right here on the chart is where I think we are right now. That's just my thinking. And it stands to reason that that the market's way overbought. It's been that way for months. We've known that. Like since since like April of 21, we were like, wow, this market is in a bubble. Like this doesn't make any sense. There's no reason why the market should be this hyped, but it is anyway. and seeing how we've just resurged in the middle of what may be nuclear war coming makes no sense either. This is right now, this is complete denial of reality. So I'm curious about anybody else's thoughts. If I believe there's somebody in the professionals who said that they were a loan officer that handles mortgages and stuff. Is that person in here? Maybe not.
Yeah, on that, we were actually just kind of briefly speaking about that earlier. Just the market's always going up, right? It's like pretty safe bet that it goes up, but it usually goes up at like a 45-degree angle. Recently, it
Right.
just hit that vertical, and it's just been nonstop with all these world events that are wholeheartedly negative and a lot of economic downturn in a lot of different ways. It does not make any sense. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it doesn't. And this euphoria, this denial, it may continue for a little while, but it doesn't last forever. And I'm so astounded at how identical these charts look. It's kind of it's kind of unbelievable, actually. You stretch out these timelines and like yeah, this is like the .com crash up to the 2008 crash. And this is only the span of 2 years from COVID crash to whatever the fuck this is. But if I were to let me just do this really quickly. Like let's actually put these two events into perspective. This is the 2008 crash. This is whatever the fuck we're doing right now. Whatever crash occurs from this, even if we only crashed to the low from the COVID crash, that would still be a fall. That would be a 55% fall. And it would only, that would amount to how many trillions of dollars have been pumped into the market? There's another chart that would be worth looking at. It's the U.S. margin debt. I'll see if I can bring this up here.
Well, speaking of which, SPY might be about to make a new intraday high. Just side note,
Intel's moving too.
Okay. All right. I do have something. This is sourced from Superstock, but they've cited their sources from Yardeni Research and FINRA from advisor perspectives. So I'll go ahead and put two of these charts up here in just a second. Give me a second to switch my screen grab. So this is still outdated, right? This is still totally out of date. Because this was a post from quite a while ago, and these are closed door. These are closed door charts, so I can't get the most recent ones, but we can speculate. This would be about March 2021. Right here is where the SPY was, and this is what the U.S. margin debt was in terms of its growth relative to the COVID recovery period. Our margin debt has more than 2x'd, according to this chart. And that was back in March of last year. We've still continued spending and continued pumping money into the market since then at a ridiculous rate. I believe if I went and looked for Fred margin, let's see, economics series data. Okay, this data doesn't exist for 2008. Okay, here we go. This is pretty close to what we're talking about. So notice going into the .com bubble, there was this huge amount of margin debt. This is the sum value of margin accounts at brokers and dealers. So think giant banks, like think Fidelity, Morgan Stanley, B of A, Charles Schwab, any of those big banks, TD Ameritrade. A huge amount of margin debt going into these in millions of dollars. So this is actually 286 billion at the peak of the .com crash, and then 402 billion dollars at the peak of the 2008 crash. This is when the panic really truly set in October of 2008, and all of that margin just disappeared. And now going in from 2020, this is the peak of the COVID crash right here, up to almost 600 billion, 595 billion to be exact. So what this translates to is, think of somebody borrowing money to play it in the stock market. That's exactly what this is. So what ends up happening in the event of a flash crash, all the value, all of the equity that this money translates to vanishes, because there's no intrinsic value in the assets anymore. The speculative value also declines rapidly, because it's propped up on the intrinsic value with the speculation of continued growth, i.e. volatility. And when volatility goes up in a downward direction, the extrinsic value of those speculative devices, derivatives, think call options, think inflation swaps, think mortgage swaps, those all completely lose their value. They become worthless overnight in the event of a flash crash, like what we're talking about. And this isn't even just the full amount of money. Like this is only what's on margin. This doesn't include the trillions of dollars that have been put out into the market by the Fed. What's the term? Cat, help jog my memory. The reverse repos.
Glad I could be an assistance.
Appreciate it. This chart should scare you shitless. A reverse repurchase agreement is an agreement between the Federal Reserve and a bank for the bank to receive a lump sum of cash in exchange for a repurchase agreement or a contract that the bank will repurchase its assets and give back that cash with interest at a later time, to be decided by the contract or by a recall from the Federal Reserve. So the Federal Reserve decides all of it. Okay. What this does is the bank writes the contract and tells the Federal Reserve, thank you for this cash, this X billion dollars of cash. We agree, undersign to return with this lump sum of cash plus a 0.5% interest in X days or X years. In 2008, that value doubled when the market was attempting to be propped up by the federal government during the bailout in order to give banks their their breathing room in order to survive. In 2014, we went through another it was a minor recession, but it was more like it was just more like generalized um, it was more like a generalized recession because of energy crisis and ongoing conflict in the Middle East and things like that. That lasted for basically the whole decade, going through 2018. I'm pretty sure everybody remembers the employment problem, the job problem. But if you don't, those are some of the events that were going on. It was generalized economic difficulties because of lack of jobs, lack of employment, lack of resources, and just hyperinflated commodities. And then
BBIG is exploding right now.
we had the COVID crash. So since March of 2021, when the real economic recovery started going on, this is the money that's been pumped into the market by the Fed. This is how much money was just dumped into the market by the Fed in the span of 1 year, from March 10th to today.
Sustainable growth.
So totally sustainable. That's $2 trillion.
Oh, yeah, and as J-Ruff said, BBIG just hit 329.
All right.
Definitely got a lot of movement on that.
Yeah.
Down from 310 to 329 in like 2
Nice.
minutes.
Well, I think that I've talked enough about this and, market panic and all the reasons why we should be upset with our government.
Yeah, I think we did have a super chat that someone brought to my attention just now. Joe Miami, thank you very much for the super chat, man. Question TD: how does the inflation crisis play into the bubble in the market? Stocks are one of the ways. I'm sorry, stocks are one of the key ways to hedge against inflation. So I've heard, could this not be a bubble because of inflation?
That's not quite how it works. So the inflation will cause the price of the commodities to continue to rise, but that will devalue the companies themselves. So the dollar will not go as far, and the result of that is going to be well, sorry. Let me go ahead and leverage my positions in BBIG because I want to catch this run. But I will explain in just a second.
Oof, yeah, it really is pushing BBIG.
It is definitely pushing. I'm gonna grab these $4 calls. They're 50. Yeah, $4 calls for May.
Did you see Uber and NIO also? That damn bull, man. He knew something.
He did know something. I'm kind of shocked actually.
Yeah, I really was like, man, am I just reading these Wells flows wrong? They both went the opposite direction, but they're both back. Yeah, TD, I'm gonna pull you down real quick while you do that, just so I can show these people the chats.
Okay.
There's some action going on. Doo-doo-doo-doo. All right. Pull up. Do BBIG over here. 3 o'clock, power hour, official. Ref with a whistle.
Ken, I'm gonna have to give back control to you. I'm sorry. I gotta take care of some work-related stuff, unfortunately.
It's all good, man. We'll be going till 4. Just hop back in if you can.
All right, we'll do.
Cool. See you later,
Yeah,
man. Thanks
thanks
for
for
stopping by.
dropping by.
Take it easy.
Doo-doo-doo. All right. Let's see how we do. All right, so GME trying to hold on to 190, AMC chilling at 30.25. Everything's taking a little bit of a breather right now. SPY's taking a little red. It's that quick little power hour dip before the rip. You know the plan. Let's see if I can see if there are any questions in chat I've been missing. Next resistance for BBIG. Let's see. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so it looks like it attempted to break out of this. Well, I think someone mentioned that there was trying to fight that downtrend there. So this is a current resistance. It seems like it's fighting, which is about 325 to about 330, and then past that, I would say the next stop would be about 340. Yeah, roughly about 335 to 340 would probably be the next area of some resistance. And let's see after that. About 360, followed by about 385 to 390, and then of course $4 I'm sure would cause a lot of FOMO and just overall bullishness, or it could of course tap off of 4 with a lot of profit taking, so it's kind of, that one's going to be hard to call if it actually runs like that. Got GME, what you trying to do here? We see you being all sneaky. I think we got all the questions here. Thoughts on PROG yesterday? Didn't go great, obviously. I think a lot of people were expecting, obviously, like hopefully like a surprise announcement or like something like that, or for them to have like surprise on EPS, something like that. Just didn't happen, unfortunately. So took a hit. You know, as we all know, earnings can be a bit of a flip of a coin there. You know, so we all felt the pain of that one for sure. But 'tis what it is. We're still holding on, still long term, in my opinion. What else we got? Do investors get notified before stock gets loaded? I believe if you go, you know, most companies that are publicly traded, if you go on their website, they have like an investor relations page, and usually you can sign up to get alerts for things like that, or if they're filings and, you know, earnings reports and all that kind of stuff, you'll get email alerts. So usually anything like that, they have to report, obviously.
But yes, it would also be subjected to board approval. So investors would be part of the board.
Right. Can't be doing sneaky stuff. You got shareholders, you gotta tell them, otherwise it'd be fraud. Seeing a lot of green flowing into the UW flow here. That's always good news. Man, Uber came down when the market took that little hit, but it's taking like a real nice V-shaped recovery right now. I'm liking that quite a bit. I knew I should have let you guys peer pressure me earlier into getting into more of those calls. By the way, I can't remember who that
Someone
was
just
in Discord, but whoever got into those, how are they doing?
someone just sunk $3.3 million into $1,600 calls for Tesla. Leaps for 2023.
Wow, jeez. Ooh, a lot of bullish NVIDIA flow coming in, so those Q's calls should print. Hell yeah.
I'm currently up 17% on those Uber calls.
Sweet. Good to hear, man. Oh man, the Q's are moving. And I know someone got into the Q's earlier too because of that UW print. I'm sure those are going well for you. Man, look at Hell's trading floor over here. I feel like Paul Rudd. Look at us. Look at us. Man, there's a lot of green coming into unusual whales right now. I think they're expecting a strong power hour, especially in the tech sector. SPY at 461. Jiminy Christmas. What is life?
All right, what did I miss?
The
Market's
breaking out of
ripping.
the wedge as well.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay, Intel. Look at Intel moving.
Yeah, man, we're having a day. Uber's up. Had a nice V-shaped bounce. BBIG just started ripping out of nowhere to 333. It's consolidating now. AMC, GME just kind of holding on, consolidating. NIO doing the same thing. Just kind of needs to. Ooh, actually, that's a perfect little downward range. Just needs to break out of that little range there. Hopefully, it can bounce. What's Tesla doing? Tesla chilling at 1100. Yeah, yeah. I'm ready. Man, Uber, you saucy little tart.
IWM Inspire catching a good bit. Look at Intel moving, Jack.
Ooh, look at Neo. Look at Neo about to just get it.
I got out of my Neos.
You got out of your Neos?
Yeah, I took a hit on those. I just traded the leftovers for BBIG and AMC.
I can understand that. Ooh, Tesla. Oh, Tesla. There you go, baby. You gonna go.
Now you talking.
Look at you. I was gonna say I'm still in both, so I can still cheer with you now.
Yeah, I still got those two 1100s for this Friday.
Nice. Yeah, I think you're gonna be safe on those, man. I really feel like since it's held this 1100 level so long, I think it's gonna, especially with that split being talked about, I think we're gonna see a lot more green.
Yeah, I just needed to catch a good bid, really above it, just because of theta. You know, the tax. I gotta make a little bit extra for the tax, so I can at least be even. I ain't trying to lose on these 1100s. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I have those two verticals expiring this week, and I kind of want to go like far out of the money and do another one for next week, just because I really feel like we're gonna move. But what strikes is the
Yeah,
question.
SPY and IWM are moving right now, Jack. So I'm looking for AMC and GME to catch a bid. Same with Bobby. I didn't even know they were down. Well, Bobby, I didn't even know Bobby took a hit like that. He took a little hit. Not anything that I'm gonna run away from, but still. I want it all to go up every day. I don't want to see no red.
Our stocks
Stocks only go up.
Jinx, you owe me a coat. Man, ooh, someone just dropped some SPY money. Come on. Bullish, bullish, bullish. Nice. Ooh, that's a lot. SPX, they dropped 16 million May 20th, and then another 11 million. Damn.
Okay, Intel.
Intel still ripping with the Qs.
It's all moving, Jack. I picked up what did I grab? I picked up 5250 for January 2023.
Oof, man, I knew I should have. Damn it.
One of our members just posted some news. Ben Singa also confirms U.S. Pentagon confirms movement by small number of Russian forces away from Ukraine capital. Kyiv. Pentagon calls this repositioning, not a withdrawal.
Lovely.
Seems to be some good news around that today.
All right, we might be seeing a little movement on AMC. Finally broke out of that little down range. Let's see. GME, follow your spawn.
Here we come. Let's go. It's about that time, Jack.
You just heard
Got the
that.
light,
That was
man.
brought to you by Mr.
Yeah.
Boule. Spark this shit up.
It's like when you know Lil Wayne's about to come in for a verse. Hello, world. He says Mr. Boule coming. He's like, all right, this is about to front.
I don't like is how the IWM and SPY are ripping, and GME and AMC are just chilling right there. Like if nobody's buying that, it just don't make sense to me.
Yeah, I'm also kind of surprised that AMC and GME are kind of diverging from each other right now, because AMC broke out of its wedge and GME didn't. So that was kind of surprising to see.
Yeah, their charts kind of look alike in the very beginning, and then they just switch course.
Yeah, literally right up until what time is when it took that red candle at about 3 o'clock on the dot is when they started to diverge. AMC bounced from there and GME came down. Interesting. Kirk. Yeah, no, I agree actually, because it did take quite a hit. PROG took a hit in after hours, and it actually not only has held up, but it kind of looks like a base and might have kind of started a slight uptrend. So I mean, it's always been. I mean, in the very beginning, I believe it was a potential squeeze candidate, but shortly after, it became just kind of like a long-term waiting game, really. So. What's a little fraud?
Bed Bath and Beyond.
That's good. What did you say, Fitz?
Oh, Bed Bath and Beyond had a good little turnaround there.
Yeah, looks like, I mean, AMC, GME, and all of the memers are look to be fighting back here. Jesus Christ, SPY. Just still going. I'm trying to push 461.30 now. What are you doing? Why are you running?
It does not make sense.
Gives us better as entries for the puts.
In my case, I guess I can average down. Blasting over 462 is going to be a problem, though. That was Cat lighting one up, too.
I told you, man, Boule triggers me every time, and I'm like, I don't even.
Don't blame it on me, fucker.
I do. I'm blaming you a whole 100% because, like, I already smoked enough. I mean, I already smoked quite enough, and then I hear your lie. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a really good idea. Just, it's power hour, you know. It's been stressful. Man, this Tesla is really fighting to keep that 1100.
Bro, you read my fucking mind. I was just gonna say that.
You and me have been on the wavelength the last couple of weeks, I feel like. I don't know why, but every time you say something, I'm right. Like, yeah, we're interrupting each other with the same things constantly.
Tesla's like literally right there at 1100. I'm gonna say it anyway. Fuck it.
Hey man, it's all good. The more knowledge, the better. Right? Just repeat it. Jesus. Oh yeah, Captain Insano up 20% on that Uber. Also, you in the queues 23%. Hell yeah, that's sweet, man.
Nice.
I love simple stuff like that. Like I love those. You know what I mean? Because those are like, you know, queues is obviously an ETF, and Uber is a large company. Like they're not like crazy runners. It's not a squeeze play. It's just like easy. Like yeah, someone bet a lot of money. Technicals line up, just running that little. You know what I mean? Real quick, 20%. You know what I mean? Like it's can't beat that.
Yeah, Intel's just ripping. I mean, I know it's not a rip like a lot of you classify as a rip, but if you look at the way the bars are and how much it is and what stock it is, that shit is ripping.
Yeah, no, the queues as a whole. Because if you look at what was it? Where you at? Q's. Yeah, AMD, Nvidia has been moving. Let's see. Oh, let's take a look at INTC as well. Oh yeah, no, you're right. INTC is definitely a lot more vertical. Damn. How many can't? Is that like 11 green candles in a row? Jesus.
It looks like IWM and Aspire are about to break too, so GME and AMC might be catching a bid here.
Come on,
Please.
baby. Let's go. Man, Sheeb has been just quietly killing it the last couple days, man. It's just been ripping. Looks like it's about to go for another one. Come on, Tesla, fight.
Yeah, for real, man. I just need this shit to break. Just give me 1150 and I'll get out. Then again, I don't have to because I was gonna burn a day trade today and lock my account up, but now I feel more confident and going into tomorrow now that I see that it's holding at 11. Even if it might take a loss, it won't be significant. I mean, it's not bad for $4,000 bet that I lose, $400 or whatever.
Yeah.
Only because I was expecting it to go up fast. I was gonna get out. Like nothing went to plan on that.
I was gonna say, I know you love playing Tesla a lot. You should definitely start messing with those verticals a little bit more so you can get closer to in the money and let them ride a little longer without being fearful of being out of the money. I know this one wasn't that the case because you were so
Yeah, I
close,
did
but
have those. I had them. What was it? Yesterday I had them for next week, a little bit further out of the money. Um, but I just didn't want to take that risk today. That's the only reason I didn't take that bet. I had took all my gains from AMC and GME, and I wasn't about to lose them on the one, Tesla trade. So I was like, I'll play safe.
right. Well, no, that's what I'm saying with like doing spreads rather than just options by themselves.
Definitely need to do the spreads for sure. Man, look at IWM and SPY, bro. Like, what's the deal?
Yeah, everything just got real calm all of a sudden. Like, I really wonder if what's about to go down the last half hour here because everything's just kind of chilling right now. It's the eye of the storm type of thing.
You sure it's not because he just hit a massive spliff?
Pew! Just everything goes into slow motion. Man, I don't know why everything's so slow right now. It's like trippy, dude.
Yeah, they announced it tonight, and then I'm screwed tomorrow.
So I linked on the live stream chat for the people in Discord the puts that Verde is kind of looking into. That's all the way till May 20th. They're
Yeah, let
getting
me see
pretty
if I can get.
juiced.
Okay, BBIG. What are you doing? This pop or flop?
On a 420 put is $4,500. Is that what I'm reading there? Or am I? Hold on. Ask, but
No,
yeah.
$4.
$4.
If BBIG sees 331, we're gonna be seeing 350.
Oh, those are
Come
calls. I'm
on.
sorry, I was on the wrong side. My bad. Oh, I was looking at the left.
You
I was like, why are those
freaked
puts
me
so
out. I was like, what?
expensive? I was like, oh my god, what do they know?
So for May 20th, I see 420 is like 333.
Yeah.
440 is 6.
Ooh,
It might not
BBIG
be a
wants to
bad idea, to be honest with you,
push.
but
Ooh, BBIG wants to break.
yeah, let me pull up Biggie Boy real quick.
Ooh. I know we got a lot of people deep in BBIG.
I think I still, yeah, I'm pretty sure I still have my leaps on BBIG. Let me see. Yeah, I got one actually. I got one leap for 2023 that's just been chilling.
Wow. You're a responsible trader.
Not really,
You
because I
don't
mean
touch
it
those.
hasn't moved too much
You
to be
don't touch
real.
those.
I was just
That's what
gonna.
I'm saying though. You would have got rid of them. If it was me, I would have got rid of them.
I did have a few more, and I only have one because I was like, man, this ain't doing it right now. I just like I had to pull a couple out. I was like, I want this money for other stuff. Oh wow, it's a lot of what is that? BRC.
Oh yeah, BBIG looks like it wants to take off. I had just picked up some right now when I heard y'all talking about it. What did I grab? Some 350s for the 8th. Just so I don't miss out on it. Like I did HYMC. Sell it on Friday and it runs Monday.
All right, Tesla, I see you. It looks like a cage barracuda.
Oh, that's why you're watching Tesla. You got spreads.
Yeah, no, I told you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm in on Tesla,
Little
but I
light
mean,
bulb just went off.
also Tesla tracks with NIO, and it seems like Uber as well now because they're at least Uber's relatively related, and obviously NIO's directly related. But yeah, no, I picked up those spreads yesterday at like 2:30, like when Tesla was down at like 1090. I grabbed the 11. I bought the 11, sold the 1110s for the end of this week.
There goes the BBIG break.
Yep, new intraday on BBIG, 333. Ding ding. Congratulations to anyone who is in that. Ooh, Neo's looking to do something. Tesla looking to do something. I can't keep track of all this greatness.
I need Tesla to do something for real. I'm going to go to the minute chart on all these. What time is it? Yeah, we got like 35 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to go to the 1 minute. Make it a little bit more interesting. Shit's going a little too slow.
I can only have but so many charts on the stream, and I'm sure people want to see kind of other stuff, but I want to keep AMC and GME up, obviously. But man, we got about 270 peeps in here right now. Thank you, everyone, for coming in to hang with us. If you haven't already, please smash the like button, of course. We have 116 likes. Got 272 people. We might be able to double our likes, man. If we can get all this thumb smashing.
Appreciate y'all.
Man, we love y'all.
SPY looks like it might be trying to take a hit before the market closed. Don't you do it. Don't do it, SPY.
Man, Uber is just still pushing. Like Uber has just been like,
is it really?
Yeah, it's at 30. It's about to make a new intraday high at 37.33. Uber. And just for everyone in chat, this was called out in Discord Friday. Was that when I posted it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so it was not
You in your channel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here is when it was called out because I saw a giant unusual whales print. It was like $10 million worth of the $35 calls. And then as you can see, that whale definitely knew about all of Uber's positive news that was coming out, and it has run deep into the money now. And I saw another print today for $42 calls, so someone went way out of the money, and that was back around here. And one of our Discord members actually did take that whale's trade, and that is now up a good amount. So cool stuff happens in the Discord, just FYI.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Everybody was having a blast last week. I know that for sure. Making a
Right.
killing.
Yeah, it was wild. It's always fun to see everyone. Because, I mean, it's one thing, like, I don't know, like, you get excited, like, playing a video game or, like, get excited doing, like, a, sport or craft or doing something like that. But, I mean, the fact that everyone was, like, really making real money, like, in those amounts, it's like, it's almost like you don't really, like, fathom it in the moment. But, like, it's crazy amounts of money people are making off of, I don't want to say simple because we definitely put a lot of work into stuff, but yeah, just pretty simple technical analysis and just kind of following common sense a bit.
You got a question on YouTube. It says William Smith says thoughts on Rivian up to day 17.
Rivian. Well, it's just off the bat. I don't know if they had any catalyst or good news or anything, but obviously EV as a whole was running today along with Tesla and everything else. Let me see.
I think
Here. I'll take a look at.
no news since 14th.
Okay. Yes, I would probably actually I could pull these up side by side, see how parallel they are. Yeah, so definitely Rivian had a lot more of a sharp incline on this recovery kind of thing here, but generally they're kind of moving at about the same rate. It looks like Rivian just had a bit more of a dramatic uptick. I do wonder, is
But it's
there
also
any...
much smaller cap as well.
Right, and also Rivian was definitely, oh yeah, Rivian's been beat down quite a bit, whereas obviously Tesla is
Yeah,
just
also
obnoxious.
it's probably just a technical trade because I see it's breaking out of the
Right.
trend
Yeah,
to
so
the upside.
that probably prompted a lot of algorithmic and
Yeah,
technical traders.
it's nice though
Yeah,
on volume as well.
faux show.
Really nice.
All right, Neo's trying to break that top trend line. What you gonna do? Oh, is it gonna do it? Go ahead, Neo. Tesla's cousin.
Next question for YouTube is John Bennett. He says, and I emphasize, what is the deal with MULN? Can it pump again?
I appreciate you interpreting that so accurately. I really do.
Thank you.
Let me see. MULN.
It is actually testing the top of this bull flag right now.
Mm-hmm. That was looking interesting. Let me go on the wider time frame here.
Yeah, it's consolidating. Been trading at resistance for a few days now.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
yesterday and today.
and this is a good example about how patterns exist in all time frames. So if you look at what AMC is on the 1 minute right now, is exactly what MULN looks like on the 2 hour. It's just a way larger kind of pennant here, but that's pretty much what we're looking for. I mean, we had this all the way down, broke trend, came back, higher low, higher low, higher low, ran. Now it's come back down, based, tapped twice, support. Now it's building out into this. So of course, when it gets to the end of this, it kind of is more than likely going to go one direction or the other, down, up, based on everything and the way the momentum's turning around and the fact that it's sold off, buying pressure keeps up. obviously hoping for up. Oh, oh, NIO, look at that breakout on NIO.
Yeah, broke up.
Look at that. Don't you love connecting the dots as a profession?
Bobby with the candle.
Oof.
Decent volume as well. Looking at NIO on the daily actually has a pretty nice inverted head and shoulders on it.
Yeah, we were just talking about that because when I was talking to TD about it on Friday, he had entered that position, that unusual whales print with me, and he was just as confused as I was as to obviously their earnings weren't great, but it just is why someone would bet so much and have it go the opposite direction. And he ended up, after we were looking at the chart, he was like, this could form like a perfect head and shoulders if it bounces at this level, and he averaged down, and it sure as shit did. So I should have done the same thing, but I loaded up pretty heavy initially, so I didn't want to put any more in. But and for everyone watching on the stream here, we're talking about
ADEX.
this Purdy thing. So you got shoulder, head, shoulder, so pretty much perfectly formed up. It's actually a bit of a higher low shoulder on the right side here, and now it's pushing up. So hopefully that continues. GME, AMC might be looking to make a move the last half hour of the day. Let's get it.
I'm not sure what to say about IDEX.
IDEX. I think I've heard that one a couple times.
Pretty low volume.
Yeah.
And again, it's kind of like you broke a bit of a resistance there, but
yeah, a lot of these ones that have that low volume, from what I noticed, that when they gap around like that and kind of do this whole thing, like it's definitely a waiting game, and it easily just can do nothing for quite a long time. I mean, it's up today and it's over $1, which is definitely interesting. Look at the
it's an EV play as well, isn't it?
I'm not sure. Wow, yeah, this thing really has been just pummeled. Holy crap. That is interesting that it double bottomed, higher low, and then now it just cracked over $1. That is kind of interesting. Yeah, I would have to, I mean, technically, it doesn't look like you have a whole lot to risk at this moment. I mean, it could go down to, of course, 80 cents roughly, but I mean, you do have quite a bit of.
Well, you have an all-time low at 30 cents.
Yeah, so I guess as far as any recent support or anything like that, but yeah, yeah, that one is definitely wow, yeah, it's been beaten. I do like the fact that it kind of doubled, because this reminds me of what like MULN looked like right before it ran. This little double bottom on this Giganosaurus Rex of a downtrend. Man, SPY's trying to push it. SPY just made an intraday high. New intraday high on SPY, 461.87, or is it that high? 461.90. Jesus, what is happening? It's crazy. AMC trying to push 30.50. Get GME at 188.50, falling right along. We're up to 157 likes. Thanks, everyone. Getting the party going for power half hour. The like train a flowing. Man, just gonna keep ripping all the way to close, or are we gonna get that last minute rug pull at the end? SPY's really going. Uber, wow. Uber's at resistance right now at 37.44. I have that marked out. That's still rolling. Look at that. And yeah,
The Lucid is having a nice day as well.
Uber, look at you go. Get it. SPY cracked over 462. Now sitting at 462.05. Unusual Whales tweeted on Elon Musk has said FSD full self-driving beta for Tesla should be available in Europe for LHD this summer. Wow. LHD. What is LHD?
GameStop's over 190.
Left-hand
Ooh.
driving, I guess. You know?
So there's a
Oh,
few
good point.
questions on YouTube. Some of them repetitive, by the way. So if you guys don't mind, can you take a look at TGLS? And then for everybody else, asking about AMC and GME and what happened today, if it's gonna gap up, stuff like that. Remember, you just gotta look at the trend, right? So you had massive runs on both of the stocks. You had a very great morning. Don't expect the stock to run all day, every day. If you're waiting for MOAs to happen, then you should also understand that there's pullbacks.
And as far as TGLS goes, it definitely is a gigantic gap right here, and it's already pretty much, it looks like it filled it one way, and now it's kind of filling it the other way. It looks like if it breaks past this support, this resistance of about 28, what is this here? 2840, 2840, 2842 roughly. You do have some space up to about 2975, and then of course past that, you'd be looking at higher highs on this end and trying to break out of 33, 34.
AMC's moving.
It sure is. But it definitely looks nice on the
I wish
daily.
Tesla would do the same.
Right.
Yes, SPY and IWM are just on one, bro. They what's going on with that? I can't explain that.
That's ridiculous.
That's just weird.
You see Uber though, Boule?
I'm gonna let me pull it up, man, real quick. I gotta check it out.
I had it tapped off of the resistance I had, but it was definitely gunning there for a second. It looks like it might still after this little spike dump is over.
Look at that.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Look at that.
Uber up
Look at
at
that perfect
61.
V too. Just boop, boop, like came right back, and then inverse head and
Wow.
shoulders, and then just ran right up to the resistance.
Look at that daily though. It looked like it tapped the bottom.
Yeah, it looks real good, man. And like I said, someone printed, and I was in for the print on Friday, but someone else printed that 42 today for a couple mil. So I'm assuming that person once again knew the run was coming, and I'm glad we got some eyes on that house trading floor earlier.
Savvy was in deep on that, man. I'm glad he's making money. That's sheesh.
That's dope, man.
Wow. Good deal. Good deal. Good deal. Wow.
Nice, Savvy. You get out of your other. I didn't see this for a minute, but you had another Q's call, and I guess he got out of it at 62%. That's dope. Hell yeah, man. Let's check out YouTube. Thoughts on PROG thoughts. We already kind of went over that a little bit. Obviously, earnings weren't what people were expecting. Sold off a bit, came down its base, and it's actually kind of started to form a bit of an uptrend from where it stopped at. So not looking too poorly on the day. Had the double bottom here, and it's kind of been just raising ever since. I have the next resistance set out at 129. Let's see. MV made. Thanks for the super chat, man. Could you check out IGMS 50% short interest? IGMS. Biosciences. Oof. And it is up a lot. 15 all the way up to 36 at one point today. Wow. Oof. So that's a tough one because I mean that's up a lot right now. So really, unless there's some sort of serious development that could send this thing up to this gap at 40 and just keep it running and filling this whole thing up. Um, it looks like it tapped right here where this other gap is. That's a flip of a coin, man. I feel like that one's up so much where it could really, unless like I said, it looks like earnings. Okay, they beat on earnings. Oof. Be careful. That's all I could say. I mean, there is a gap, so like certainly if it gets up to this level, looks like there might actually be two gaps. Let me see. Okay, one gap. So yeah, it tapped perfectly off of that 36.25 roughly, 36.27. Try to get above it. If it can hold this support level, I mean, you could try to play it back up to that, and then if it gets past that, it does have it all the way up to about 45 to 48. So good luck on that, because that would be amazing. But be careful. BBIG, I'm seeing that a lot in chat. Let me pull that up real quick. Oh yeah, BBIG getting some more big movements.
Next leg up.
Did you say, oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
BBIG, yeah. Alright, what I want from everyone real quick, so we can get this on record. If everyone in chat, I want everyone to comment what they think AMC and GME are going to finish above for the day. I'm super curious. What are we going to see? Are we going to see a dip, or are we going to see a rip? Let's get some price guesses. I want to see who comes closest. A lot of people thinking the 30s. Okay. A lot of reasonable price targets in here. I was expecting like a bunch of people to come in like 6,900, but we're all adults here. I understand this. $30.47, $29.75.
Going down the watch list, and Hood is up 26%.
Is that like, I feel like that's a given, like you have to make that noise.
Yeah, Hood is
Whoa. There's a
25%.
lot of bullish flow coming in right now for the tech sector, the Qs, Nvidia,
Ooh,
Amazon,
BBIG
several
is
million
moving,
dollars.
Jack. For who? Nvidia?
Well, just the whole tech sector. I'm seeing a lot here. I'll pull it up on stream for everyone to see real quick.
Oh, look at Ride. Ride is up too. We're talking about Ride too, Logical.
So actually,
Logical, we could have had position in all these.
So it looks like we actually just got a print
See with
for
what I got.
GME for the $200 calls for June. Someone just dropped 182 grand. But we have a lot of bullish flow coming through for AMD. GME looks like some more here. The Qs, several $1 million on the Qs. All this seems to be targeted for May and April. Just got
semiconductors coming through because of the EV sector and everything else. They're trying to battle. They're gonna need microchips, all that.
And for anyone who's curious, DWAC as well just got $1 million. Whoa, they did $5 calls. What? That has to be a spread. No, they bought $5 calls, and then they bought 55. What? They must be wanting to exercise. That's funny. Oh wow, I just got two of the bigger prints that I've seen on GME, I think ever, 2.2 million and 1.2 million for the 70 and $75 calls. They're buy to open for targeting April. Floor trades at the ask. Those are some big orders right there.
Holy crap! There goes BBIG.
Moving, Jack.
Oof.
Ooh,
Ooh, look at Uber. Look at Uber. Let's go.
IWM and the SPY, bro. They're ripping. I need Tesla to get the memo and wake the fuck up.
I apologize to our headphone users.
Oh, you gonna hear me. You gonna hear me.
Oh, we always hear
Especially
you.
when stock starts moving, I'm gonna go ahead and say, hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah. Can I get a hell yeah?
Ryan McDonald says adults most of the time.
I was gonna say, I know, I should, yeah, most of the time, I guess.
Oh, that's funny.
New intraday high on Qs. Yeah, I saw that, man. This is ridiculous. Captain Insano. Sorry, I'm missing. If people are tagging me in Discord, feel free to let me know because I'm trying to watch like 7 different things at once. FD. Oh man, FDA authorizes 4th dose of Moderna. Did they really? Because I swear, is it running? Oh, okay. Oh, it's up though quite a bit. I'm mad because I I saw the Moderna print earlier and I was like, I kind of want to take that and I didn't. Damn it. It doesn't look too
IWM
bad,
and
but it's
SPY,
up quite a
bro.
lot.
They are looking strong for some reason. What's going on?
Ooh.
Doing more stimulus?
Someone calling Uber. Uber's drunk. What's it doing?
So Shiki, you know, would have liked if we had discussed what happened to PROG though. So yesterday we streamed the earnings. We spoke quite a bit about it within the Discord. Um, it you really have to understand that you have to understand why you're in the play, right? So if you listen to the earnings call, there's always not going to be anything that is going to make it go 100% unless they get FDA approved for anything else. All they did was kick the can down the road, but that's something normal with these medical plays. So I mean, I don't know what you would have liked to hear if you want to hear somebody say, yes, we're going to the moon and it's going to move with 30-40%. Unfortunately, we're never going to do it here, and we're never going to call a price target either.
Yeah, and that's another good thing to point out as well is that biopharmaceutical plays, medical plays, anything in that sector, because of their nature. I mean, you'll notice that usually we're like I just pulled one up a minute ago for somebody, and my immediate reaction is usually like, like just because it's usually just a waiting game. Like it's a waiting game. Like, are they gonna invent something incredible or like cure cancer or something crazy? And I mean, that's really like what you're, or just have a partnership or whatever. In the event with this, it was originally a squeeze candidate that I believe turned into, wow, they make an incredible product, have a lot of promising future as far as what the actual device is and what it treats and what kind of market they could tap into. So that was kind of incidental, but it was I guess, more of the exception to the rule on that one. All right, AMC taking a little bit of a hit here. GME taking a little bit of a hit here. Trying to scur us.
Ten-minute mark.
10 minutes following that creepy music box.
I got a sell signal on GME right now. Hopefully it changes, but it looks kind of weak. SPY's going to do its typical SPY stuff.
I spy with my little eye some bullshit.
That's a good point, Tony. I like that point. So since we're in the last 10 minutes of the day, guys, what are you looking into for tomorrow? Anybody holding calls, puts, anything overnight? I know that I'm holding my puts and I'm adding whenever I get a chance for the SPY.
Yes. Me personally, I've pretty much holding most of my positions. I still have those 22s for NIO. Those are April monthlies. I also have some 24s. I have the Uber 35s. Tesla spreads for the end of this week. Of course, still have my PROG, all that nonsense. But yeah, that's I think I have a few more, but oh yeah, and I have the Q's call that I picked up earlier. What about y'all in chat? What you got going on?
Everything's taking a hit right now, Jack. Everything.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Big.
Oh yeah, there we go. Seeing some red.
Intel, Tesla, everybody. IWM, SPY, GameStop,
Like they
AMC.
knew we got way too excited at the close of yesterday. They're like, we can't have them be that excited at close again.
Ooh.
Taking people out going into into after hours so they can they can cover up a little bit.
Yeah, we can end the day now. It's fine. I'll take 8 minutes early.
Let's see. I mean, if you go to this 2 hour, it's definitely like, wow, like we've been running. So when you look at this, it's like very, very small, all things considered. But I mean, worst case scenario, I'd say like 175. You know, we could see a retest and bounce of like around the support area, but I think the SPY and everything getting beaten down is what's doing this, not necessarily some effery, as much as they probably are taking advantage of said effery, but.
We'll let these ride overnight. We'll see what they do tomorrow.
I'm playing my puts for a possible cap time tomorrow. If not, the end is nigh anyway. Yeah, no, it's we're all going down someday, man. Whatever.
So I've been hearing a lot of people talk about SNDL. Their earnings are today or tomorrow.
Oh, sweet. Let's take a look at Sundial. I think I actually still have 50-cent calls on Sundial. Ooh, yeah, this is shaping up really interesting because it had this obvious run from when we heard all that news, came back down, and now it's just been consolidating. So if they have positive earnings, it's definitely got all of the the traits for being a potential run. But of course, if they disappoint, as we've seen before, we can see a move down to retest supports at the 60s range.
Ooh, GME got smacked.
Yeah, it did. It did, along with the rest of the
Did you know
markets.
that this red bar that just popped up just took away about an hour of sunshine in my life?
I know, right? Like you look at a lot of things, it's taken back like hours of fucking,
This just took an hour of happiness out of my life.
That was so poetic.
Hold on. We got we're seeing something here. Is it moving the opposite way? What are we seeing? 5 minutes.
They want the stop loss. They want the stop loss.
All of them.
Oh, I'm seeing some. Come on.
Oh,
I'm standing.
Oh, if that's a rubber band, I'm happy.
Let's just go ahead and yeet it in the north direction. All right,
Give me an engulfing candle.
What's this?
Unusual
whales print on the Qs. Sell by. Okay, so that's bullish. Got some money coming in for the SPY and the Qs. Cool. Looks like people are, at least the unusual whales are buying this dip, it seems like. We got some bullish flow coming in.
Ooh. Yeah, we can get some candles and match that. That'd be great.
Come on, baby.
4 minutes.
Let's get a happy ending to this day.
Happy ending.
Nobody's going to take this one?
I was just setting up the tee, the ball on the tee for you guys. Go ahead. I'm going to grab a beer.
Intel got the message. It's like, oh, all right, yeah. Where was I?
It's so weird how much calmer everybody is watching that now.
That was 2 very big drops today. Not the first one was way bigger.
The shakeouts, man. It's just we've just seen it so many times at this point.
The first one was a mother.
Well, it's working because it's shaking me up. Goddamn.
A little bit.
I think it's
What?
with AMC. It's important to bear in mind that it's not just hedge funds. It's also a lot of whales that are looking to profit both ways. So
Yeah, I mean, I think I've preached that before, right? And that goes for everybody on YouTube. You have to understand there's a huge part of retail that are day traders. They were looking short AMC at 34 and writing it down. So again, there's more people than what you think there is out there. Just, FYI.
also, they
I
just
hit that right on
crossed
the nail.
down on the hourly.
I was gonna say earlier on it was that little rug pull at the end of the day, but I swear if we it would be quite hilarious if we just made it all back right before the end.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Look
the
at Intel. Oh yeah, I wasn't even looking at Tesla.
There you go. Intel's just
Tesla.
like, look at that perfect V. Uber did the exact same thing. They were like, man, we're crashing, dog. And it's like, nah, psych, we could just right back. Perfect V.
They're like, I'm out, man. Wow. Get up there.
180.
Tesla.
Let's go. I want to finish over 180.
I like the way you move.
I like the way you move.
Here we go.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not sure about
1 minute.
QQQ here or SPY.
1 minuto.
Oh boy,
Yeah,
Tesla's doing something funky.
What are you doing?
What you doing?
I hope so. My call is down.
We about to
$200.
get funky.
Oh, it's
Oh.
down 600.
180.
30 seconds. Ooh,
Hold it,
some
Jimmy.
green. We're seeing some green. Push into
Oh,
close.
Jimmy's above 180. Stay there.
180,
Look
hold
at BBIG.
Oh, let's go.
Okay, Intel. Okay, Tesla. It's above 1100 before the day's over.
About 13 seconds. 13 seconds. NIO
Ain't
pushing.
Ooh, Tesla. Oh, that was Intel.
Not gonna get it.
damn.
Oh, Tesla.
Intel's breaking though.
Oh, right. It's about to. I couldn't make it. 1099.82 is what it closed at. So close.
They did that on purpose.
You win this round, Hedgies.
Yeah, they got me. They got me today.
Oh man,
Wow,
what did
GitLab
AMC
pushed.
close at? AMC closed at 29.44 and GME closed at 179.90. Not a bad day.
AMC green.
I mean, not a bad day, man.
You bastards.
Excellent.
This got me.
Yeah, I mean, we had that just bananas amounts of running. And yeah, we had to have a little bit of a pullback, but I mean, it's still setting up to look quite nice and strong, I have to say.
I think so too. As long as
Ooh, taking a bit of a hit in aftermarket. What's going on here? Got the EV sector taking a bit of a hit. What's going on? SPY taking a hit. What do we got? It's just a little quick little BS candle.
Yeah, Bed Bath and Beyond just had one of those weird candles. It was like a 50-cent drop and then right back up.
Oh man. Well, how did everyone make out today in chat here? Thank you guys for coming to hang out with us, by the way. How'd everyone do today? You guys make any crazy 20,000% gainers or anything you want to share with the class?
That's tomorrow morning.
Berkby hit its max today. Did it really? Because that was another UW print that came through earlier this morning. I want to take a look at that. Berkby, am I looking at the wrong one? Oh, Jesus Christ. There you go, Berkshire. Just an absurd. Just always known for their absurd numbers.
And do you want to play some Forza?
I'm sorry.
Want to play some Forza 5?
Yeah, I got about 30 minutes, 35 minutes.
BBIG looks insane. Do you think he'd hit 10 this week? No idea, to be honest with you. When stuff starts moving like that, and you start talking about going from like $3 to 10, which is well over 300%. I could easily say yes or no, and just as easily be right or wrong. So I mean, it's possible, but just treat it as if only play what you can afford to lose when you're betting on stuff like that. Athenzios, Zatzinas. Zatzinas? I think I got that. Made 400% today. That's dope. That's awesome.
Wow, that's what's
Incredible.
up.
What were you playing, if you don't mind me asking?
Nice.
Vince 818 SNDL
Nice.
earnings delayed. Oh, is that true? Did that just come through?
Hmm.
Someone can confirm that. I'm
It
gonna
don't
try and
say.
find it as well.
We have a question right here from Anonymous. If I buy a stock that's 80% up, is it chasing?
Yes. Pretty much by definition, that would be chasing.
What?
Now I'm starting to realize that probably wasn't a real question because I was reading something else as you said it, and I was just like, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure that you would know that just by the context of the question. Like, oh man. Let's see. 150% profits on the Qs first thing this morning. Awesome. That's amazing. Writing my AMC calls. Sweet. Where did you get did you do that off technicals, Bryce, or were you watching the flow as well? Where did you get that one from? Just out of curiosity. I'm not seeing I'm not seeing any crazy, or not any crazy, I'm just not seeing the report of Sundial's earnings being delayed. Well, the all the links should be in the description of this video. If you go down there should be the Patreon where you can select your tier, and then there should be the Discord link as well. And True Demon's not here at the moment. Just FYI, I'm not not impersonating. I'm Cap Moores. I'm one of his analysts in the Hell's Trading Floor team, and I are just doing the stream today because he couldn't be here for Power Hour. He was in a little earlier. He just had to go take care of some work-related stuff. Yeah, no problem, man. that just about wraps it up. I don't know if we have any more questions from anyone or if anyone has any stuff to bring up. If the analysts have anything to add, feel free to chime in. HYMC, is that moving in after hours? Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Had a nice little double bottom here. Now it was trending upward, taking a little red at the moment, but I assume it's probably moving kind of with AMC here, obviously as of recent.
We'll appreciate everybody joining today.
And look at
That's
that.
for sure.
At Tesla, that little gap down candle at Uber had the same one. Now it's just right back. That's some malarkey. Playing games over here. Malarkey.
Once again, from the Hell's Trading Floor Show with Cat Morse, we would like to thank you for participating in today's show.
Absolutely, yeah. Thank you everyone for joining in. Well, yeah, if no one has any other questions at the moment, it was a hell of a ride today. I'm not 100% sure if we're going to be streaming tomorrow or not. I guess it depends on if we have something to stream about. If everything's looking exciting, we may definitely hop on. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel, hit the notifications so YouTube doesn't suppress us a whole bunch and you can actually see when we go live. And thank you everyone for joining in. I'm just going to run an ad before we bounce out, but have a lovely rest of your evening and maybe we'll see you tomorrow.
Peace out.